Hello everybody, and welcome to this process tutorial in which I'm going to show you how easy it is to take your Shapr 3D model, like this chair I have here, and then export it via the USDZ format, which will also include all the materials, so we could then import that new exported model into your popular render program, Maya, Cinema 4D, 3D Max, or logically also Blender. And as you can see in Blender, everything transfers over. The materials, the geometry, plus also the scale. Okay, let me show you now how easy that is to do. Okay, let me show you now how easy it is to take this chair and export it. To visualize what we would like to export, I go into the visualization mode. It's not necessarily to go into this mode to export, but I just switch to this mode so you see the materials. Now I have this beautiful white ABS material, plus I also have the cyan embossed leather material. And all that, so the geometry plus materials, I would like now to export. Based on your operating system, you can go to File and Export. Here on the Mac, I'm a full screen. I go to Share, Export, Export Project, and then I can select the USDZ format, Universal Scene Description. Before I click on the Export button, here's actually an option to turn off the visualization material. If you do this, then it exports the model minus the materials. But logically, we want this plus the materials to be exported. Okay, then you can give this a name, click export. Then you will see a quick exporting dialog. This takes a few seconds. Shapr 3D is now taking your CAD design, creating a polygon model, and then it is creating all the different textures for the color, reflection, so roughness, and the bump mapping. That takes a second, but not too long. And there we are. Beautiful. Then we can go to wherever you would like to save the file, click Save, and that's it. We exported now our CAD model as a textured mesh model. Let's go to Blender. In Blender now, all we have to do is go to File, Import, and then go to Universal Scene Description, navigate to where we exported the object to. There it is, and click Import. And there we are. Let's turn on the material preview and scroll in or zoom in and look at this. It has all the materials, literally the color, the reflectivity, the roughness, the bump mapping, everything came over. But before we actually can continue working with this, we might want to clean up this import a little bit. So the first thing is, you see there is this yellow plus icon. If I go to wireframe mode, there it is. This one we want to delete by pressing X. When we do this, now we have 1, 2, 3, 4 elements. You can select those with Shift and left mouse button. You see here, these are the individual fragments. So this unfortunately happens when exporting this design via USDZ. It's creating different fragments because each fragment also has a texture map. But this is not really a big problem. We can simply select all those together, shift left mouse button, and then click on object and join to put them all into, well, kind of like one container. Then double click, call this chair. There we are. We can go to a front view, G and Z, move this up, zoom in, and move this down a little bit. There we are. Beautiful. Sweet. So now we position this chair kind of like on the ground. Let's press the N key so we see the properties. I'm currently here in meters, so metric. We'll go to scene, units, imperial, switch this to inches, and I see this is actually at 20, so Z is 28 something. Now, what actually is also really great about this export is the models we export from Fusion 360, the models we export from Shapr 3D are going to be to scale in Blender. So this is 28 inches. Let's go back to Shapr. Here we are. I will go to modeling, go to the right view, then sketch, make a line, go up. Yeah, and there we see this is roughly 28 inches. So that means that, yes, this export came into Blender to scale, which is actually very important. So when we go back to Blender now, we know that this model is to scale, and we can continue to, for example, since this is a chair, to populate an interior space. And that's it.